I am Victoria Oluwamayowa Badigashi, the acting head of department.
Wow, that's
Department of English and Literary Studies.
Hello viewers, welcome to Dialogue Room, brought to you by the NASELS PR team, the show where we get real with leaders. My name is Grace Oni and I'll be your host. Here with me is the head of department English and Literary Studies. Thanks for having us here, ma.
Thank you.
Okay, ma, so can you introduce yourself to us?
Okay, I am Victoria Oluwamayowa Badigashi, the acting head of department.
Wow, that's
Department of English and Literary Studies.
Wow, that's the first question I will ask you is, how did you first become interested in English and Literary Studies?
Thinking back, I think that dates back to my secondary school. I've always liked language courses, Yoruba, English, literature.
Wow.
But initially, I wanted to be a mass communicator. So my first attempts at JAMB, I failed mass communication.
Okay.
However, my father most likely discovered that I would do better in language courses. So he advised that I look towards that direction, since I was always coming out well in my language courses, not just English now.
Okay.
Yoruba, literature, anything related to language. I was always performing well. And so for the first time, I started looking towards that direction. And after my first year in the university, I found it fulfilling, actually. So
that's a great one. Okay, so what advice would you give a student, someone considering English as a career in the future?
Like I always say, studying language generally gives you the opportunity to explore different fields. So it's just like you creating a foundation, a solid foundation for yourself. If you are interested in anything where any field where language will be used, you are interested in communication, you are interested in journalism, go for it. English will help you. You already have the foundation, then you can build on it. Even if you want to work in the corporate environment, you'll still be able to come out well, because all you need, the techniques of speaking and all of this, you will have learned while you're studying English. So it's worth your effort. And if you actually do it well, you can actually have a fulfilling career. Whatever you choose, you can do it.
Okay, ma, so how do you see the field of English and Literary Studies evolving in the future?
With the advent of many social media platforms and AI, I see the field evolving from different perspectives. I would like to say that it's not just a field. When you say English, you speak of English like a language, right? But when we talk about the field of study, so we're talking about studying English language or linguistics or literature. I see us bringing humanity into the social media, or bringing our own world. And when I mean our own world, Africa, showcasing ourselves more more on the social media, because of the advent of the different platforms that are expressive of culture, expressive of everything. And of course, with AI, I hope that we'll be able to use it to our advantage, and research will get better. Students will learn more. They will find easier ways to get information, and people can also use such platforms to disseminate their research findings.
Wow, that's very good. Okay, so what's your favorite thing about working with students? Okay,
that's more like asking me why I want to be a teacher. I guess for me, it's imparting knowledge. I like the fact that I'm able to transfer some values to students. And that's why I'm always very passionate about making sure that students who pass through me, were in my classes, maybe in the past, or are going to come through me, have this solid idea of why they are doing what they are doing. I dread the thought of students coming into the university and living the same way in all aspects, not learning anything, both socially, academically, and in other aspects. So what I value most is that I see positive transformation. I can see a student who is a rookie, kind of, in 100 level, and the transformation from being that into being a more polished person and having their value shining at the end of their stay in the university. That for me is very fulfilling.
Yes, impacting knowledge into the lives of students. Yes, that is a very good one. Okay, so you are still a lecturer, like you still take lectures.
Yes, I do.
So how have you been able to cope? How have you been balancing the duty of a lecturer and that of the HOD together?
Okay, for anybody in the university system, a teaching staff in the university system, the first and the most important duty is to teach. So I know that I have to fulfill that duty. So I try to make sure that I plan my time. When I need to teach, I create the opportunity to teach, then do the duties of the administrative duties later or before I have to go to class. So most importantly, it has to do with planning. Planning the time. Today I have to get this done before I go to the class, or after I'm done with my teaching, I have to come back and do one or two things. It's challenging, but of course it's doable. Many people have done it in the past, so I'm also doing it.
Yeah, very tasking and demanding. Can you tell us the missions and goals of these departments, English and Literary Studies?
Yeah, in the Department of English and Literary Studies in Federal University of Ekiti, goal is to become a center of excellence.
Center of excellence.
Academic excellence, excellence in all its ramifications. We want to be a group of people or a place where lecturers are forces to be reckoned with in their field and in their research. They are able to shine through the impact the world with their research. And we are also keen on having students who have learned and have evolved over a period of 4 years, and they go into the world to actually impact their world. So basically we want everything we touch to have the feel of excellence.
So okay, the last question that we have right now is, what advice do you have for students who want to or who are making the most of their time in this department? Making
the most of their time, if they are already giving their best to their studies, then they should keep going. Persistence. They should continue to do it. And if they are just coming and they are looking for what to do, I would say give it your all. I believe that whatever you find your hands to do, you must do it with all your might. So now, at this time, what you're doing is studying in the Department of English and Literary Studies. So do it with everything you have, all your might, give it your all, study hard. There is always a reward for it.
Okay, so thank you, Ma, for having us. It has been a great ride with you, and I hope we all learned one thing or the other from what she has said so far. So, all right, my fellow audience and grammarians, we've come to the end of this episode, brought to you by NASEL's PR team. My name remains Grace Oni. Bye.